Okay, so number three, Mr. Tesla, an intelligent engineer is, and he can many problem solve. So how do we make this sentence correct? The whole point of correcting sentences, rearranging sentence is that we have to make the logical sense of each sentence, right? So in English, the subject and verb must come together. So we have to prioritize it. How many subject is there? Quite simply, it's Mr. Tesla is the subject. And then there's another noun, he. Okay. So he and another verb will have to work together. So this time I'm going to invite, yeah, Jing Sulai.
Yeah, thank you for counted.
Yeah, I have to give you a chance. You are full of energy.
Yeah,
Let's release it.
okay. Okay, Mr. Tesla is an intelligent engineer and he can solve many problems, I think.
Mr. Tesla is an intelligent engineer.
Intelligent engineer
Okay,
and
that
he
makes
can solve,
sense.
yeah.
You can solve many problems. Usually, engineer and solving problems are associated together. So it's
Mhm.
also logical that Mr. Tesla is an intelligent engineer and he can solve many problems. That makes sense. Thank you. Next, this time, same, yeah. Let's work on number four. She, a good salesperson, is, and she knows marketing techniques a good deal of.
Uh, she is a good person and she knows.
I can't hear you quite well. It's a little volume is too low. Try again, please.
Hello, Sia. Can you hear me?
This is better. Thank you.
Yes. She is a good person and she knows a good deal of marketing techniques.
She is a good salesperson and she knows a good deal of marketing techniques. That is correct. I think that is the only logical way to rearrange the sentence. Is there any other variation? I guess not. But if you have any other idea, you can always raise your hand and let me know. Okay. Okay. So we have reached to number five. The boss, too tired, is to attend the meeting the board of directors with. Okay. Now, why don't Nia Cheriton come forward? Nia Cheriton, are you there?
Yeah,
Okay. If you are
yeah,
ready.
yeah, I'm ready. The boy is too
Okay.
tired to attend the meeting with the board of directors.
Okay. Now, that is good. This one is very similar to which number?
Yeah.
Number two, right? The teacher is too tired to give. And then here we have the boss is too tired to attend. Okay. Too
Yeah.
tired to attend. That's a very good usage and very useful one indeed. And we have the collocation issue here. The meeting with the board of directors is just like another lecture on fluid mechanics. We have the meeting with the board of directors. So this is the only logical version. So thank you.
Yes,
Next,
yeah.
number six. Okay, Tentana, number
Yeah,
six.
this guest is very talkative, so her friends are not inviting her to the study group.
Okay, now we have to be aware of something here. There are two nots.
Mhm. Oh,
Yeah, so now you have to rearrange the
I
logic.
only noticed the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me take a second. Mhm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Actually, I can't think of anything with
Okay,
two
so
not.
where do you want to put the other not? That's the question, right? Where can we use not? We can use it to pair with. There are possible
After
variations:
the
not
bad,
inviting, or not very talkative, or is there any other variation?
yes. I think so, but if I put there, I think this the sentence gonna make no sense. Not very
Which
talkative,
version?
so
Her friends
um,
are not inviting her to the study group. That part makes sense, yeah? Her
yes,
friends are not inviting her to
inviting
the study
her.
group.
Yes, that sense makes sense. But if we another not in the first part, it gonna make no sense, I think. But I'm not sure.
This girl is not very talkative, so her friends are not inviting her to the study group. Now, think about the logic here. ကောင်မလေးကစကားသိပ်မများဘူးနော်အဲဒါကြောင့် study group ကိုမခေါ်ဘူး
Okay.
So များသောအားဖြင့် what happens in real life? Okay, hypothetically, theoretically, people think if someone is too talkative, they don't want to invite to the study group because they might interfere their study flow, right? That is what that is the should be part of the brain talking. But in reality, if you don't really talk to someone, do you invite that person to your study group? No. You want to have fun while studying. That's the part of the study group, right? You don't want to study alone. You want to talk to people. You have to learn in a group formation, right? So if she's not very talkative, meaning to them, she doesn't talk a lot. So she's a little bit like a stranger to their group. So they don't want to invite her to the group. So if we look from that perspective, so this version makes sense. This girl is not very talkative, so our friends are not inviting her to the study group. See?
Okay,
Okay, so
I think now.
now you, yeah, okay.
Okay,
So that
thank
one
you.
is a little bit tricky. Okay, next one. He talking is a fool because everyone thinks he is about universe. This sentence, of course, makes no sense as of now. So why don't Lewis try this?
Sure, sir. Uh, he is a fool because everyone thinks he is talking about universe.
He is a
The only
fool because everyone thinks he is
he talking about the universe.
talking about the universe. Okay. Now, in terms of grammar, it's correct, right? It's all correct. But we also have to consider the sense of it. Is it logical? He is a fool. Now we have because, no? So because of because, we have to make sure that the logic is sound. What is the cause and what is the effect? If you say he is a fool because, now the reason he becomes a fool is because of the part that follow, right?
Yes, sir.
Now does it make sense? If people say you are a fool, do you become a fool? Not really. Okay, so we have to rearrange the logic here. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Let's take this subject and verb as the main subject and verb of this sentence. So the sentence starts with everyone thinks. Then what can follow?
Oh, everyone thinks he is a fool. That's the guy.
Now you see the logic. Okay. Everyone thinks he is a
He's a
fool.
fool.
Because
because he is talking about universe.
yeah, you still sound a little bit unsure, but looks like this is the only logical version here. So
Yeah, this is the
rest.
only logical version.
Yeah, this may be taking place in a world where people are not familiar with the concept of universe or physics or whatever. So maybe this is like we go back in time to several centuries back, right? And then everybody thinks he is a fool because he's talking about universe, something like that. Makes sense, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. It makes.
Yeah. So this one is also a little bit tricky. So thank you for trying. You almost got that right. And then finally you got it. And next one is interesting. Is very warm in April, the weather usually. So Nantu Zalai, give it a go.
The weather is very warm. Oh, sorry. The weather is usually very warm in April.
The weather is usually very warm in April. That's correct. But is that the only way to do it? Do you see other ways?
Is it okay to put
In
usually?
Yeah, there are multiple ways to do it. So let's take suggestions. Okay. Okay, Nandazana, you need to think of one more way to do it now. Can you?
yeah. In April, the weather is usually very warm.
Okay, that's good. Now, Tintana, were you going to say another suggestion?
Not like the suggestions. I just want to ask you, is that okay to put usually in front of the sentence?
It-
Usually
fine.
it is very warm in April. The weather is very warm in April. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Is that make
yeah,
sense?
that
I
is.
mean,
It doesn't change the meaning at all. Usually, the weather is very warm in April, or usually in April, the weather is very warm. Or you can, if you are feeling adventurous, you can explore the number of variations you can come up with for this particular sentence. It is also fun. Okay, not here, not now, in your own time. Why don't you figure out how many ways you can rearrange without affecting the meaning of it? Here's a tip. You can go more than 10 versions. More than 10, okay? Okay, let me tell you. Try to get up to 15. 15, 1 5, okay? So this is your little tiny homework, 15 versions for this sentence. Okay, let's move on quickly before you get carried away by that. Next one, a boy in singing, I know, very talented, who is this time Rain.
Yes.
Number 9.
I know.
I know.
I know. Wine.
I think you're struggling with which subject
the,
to use. Do you want to start with a boy or I know?
I know a boy who is
I know a boy who is.
boy is very talented. A boy
Okay,
I
so
know who is in singing. Who singing who in singing is very talented. How do we-
I bet you don't like your sentence.
yes, I don't like it.
But you said it anyway. Okay.
Okay, let me try this time.
Right. Okay, here's a hint. Just start with I know.
Yes, I know a boy who I know very talented.
I know a boy makes perfect sense. I know a boy.
Yeah, I know
Now,
a boy
how do you define a boy? A boy. What is
who
his
is
ability? We have to use the word very talented. So he must be able to do something very well. So where is what is his ability? His ability to sing, right? Maybe. So he's
yeah,
very talented in singing.
yeah.
That way, like, very talented in singing makes sense.
Oh, yes. Very talented in singing. Oh, okay. Yes, I see.
Yeah. Okay. So I know.
I know uh, the boy who is very talented in singing.
I know a boy who is very talented in singing. Okay,
Singing.
now you got it. Great. Is there any other way to rearrange it? Anyone? If you have a suggestion, you can let me know. Is there a way we can start with a boy?
Yes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hopes, yeah.
Try maybe a boy I know.
A boy I know who is very talented. Who is very talented in singing.
A boy I know who is very talented in singing. Okay, that's your idea. I also saw some hands raised from Lewis. Lewis, what is your suggestion?
A boy who I know is very talented in singing.
A boy who I know is very talented in singing. Okay, that also works. So usually we use a boy whom I know, but that depends on if you're using American English or British English. So yeah, we can allow that both way. So that is one variation. But what Jane Sunai, you said a boy I know who is very talented in
Talented
singing
in singing.
is not a
Is the
complete
work?
sentence.
Yeah, is the work.
That's just a subject noun. You're forming a subject noun. It's not a sentence.
Wow.
A boy
So
I know is very talented in singing. ဆိုတော့မြန်မာလို့ဆိုရင်ငါသိတဲ့တခြင်းဆို
count. Count.
ကောင်းတဲ့ကောင်လေးတစ်ယောက်ဆိုပြီးတော့တိုးတိုးတန်းတန်းပဲဖြစ်နေသေးတယ် so we
Mhm.
cannot make it as a sentence that way, so
Maybe
doesn't
it's a
work.
clause. Maybe it's a
Yeah,
clause.
as a clause it becomes a clause, so it
Mhm.
but we are trying to make full sentences here, so we can't use it like that.
Okay, so is the clause near like that you posted on podcast? It's the last podcast, right? You know,
Oh, okay, so
you remember?
yeah, about the last episode, but what's your question?
Yeah, I want to know the boy is like a boy I know is nearly or the same like the sentence structure is that you said on podcast. Is that
Oh, yeah, if you use a boy I know, just that part, a boy I know, then a boy I know who is very talented in singing. Yeah, if you think it that way, yeah, that is the kind of the clauses that I was trying to tell you, explain about in the last episode. Also
Okay.
happens to be delivered by a boy who used to be kind of talented in singing, but who never pursued the career.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. All right, number 10. Very hardworking my boss is, so I respect a lot him. Tataswe,
Yes, I am. My boss is very hardworking, so I him a lot.
My boss is very hardworking, so I respect
Respect.
him a lot. Yeah, that is correct. And I think that is the only version we can create. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next. Shaidura, number 11. That should be quick.
Yeah, neither of them is a boy.
Neither of them is a boy.
A boy.
That is
Yeah.
correct. But trying to visualize in what context this sentence can be used is a little bit tricky. Can you come up with a context for this sentence? Where can we use it?
No, sir.
No?
Neither.
Well, why don't we try together?
Yeah.
Somebody is saying that neither of them is a boy, so there's a one person who is saying this sentence, and then what do we have? There are two person or more, two or more people are there,
Yeah.
or maybe just two people who looks like a boy, looks like boys, but then there must be another person, right? So the two people are
Yeah.
talking about other two people. That's the context. Two people talking about other two people. So one of them thinks the other two are boys, but then the other one has to explain neither of them is boy. Okay, that is the context.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do another one. 12. Dogs to bark should be encouraged going by at strangers. Simo.
Dogs should be encouraged to bark at strangers going by.
Dogs should be encouraged.
To bark.
Should be encouraged. Yes, that is correct. To bark at strangers going by lah.
Going by. How's it?
Yeah. Does anybody disagree with this version? So ဒီမှာ at ကိုသုံးထားတာနော် bark at အတွဲလိုက် bark at also at is like you have to focus on something. It has to be specific, right? You smile at a person, you bark at you don't bark, but I mean the dog barks at the strangers, right? Bark at, look at, smile at. When you include at, it has a sense of specific direction towards a person or towards a thing, right? Okay, so this is the only version we can create. So let's do the other one. 13. 4 hours took us this journey to go. Yadana Tun. Yadana Tun ga di ni ma join na tane. Hello. Mike SMG la phambe ba. Okay, I will come back to you later. Not yet. Mete?
Yes, ma'am.
Number 13, please try that.
It took 4 hours as to go this journey.
It took, that is correct, it took
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours as to go this journey.
Now we have to think about this verb, took. it takes something from you. What does it take? It takes the time. But we also think about us.
So it took us.
Yeah, it took အချိန်ယူရဲဆိုတဲ့ time ကိုပဲကြည်တာမဟုတ်ပဲနဲ့ဟို us နဲ့လည်းတွဲလို့ရတာဖြစ်တယ် it took us ငါတို့အတွက်4နာရီကြာတယ်လို့ပြောတာเนาะ it took us 4 hours
to go this journey.
It took us 4 hours to go this journey. So try similar sentence. ဒီဟင်းကိုချက်ဖို့အတွက်2နာရီကြာတယ်လို့ပြောကြည့်ပါ
It took us.
It took me ပေါ့နော်
It took me 2 hours to cook this curry.
To cook this curry, to make this dish. Yeah, okay, great. 14. Due to Sarah, her illness, anything couldn't learn. I'll mute her.
All right. Sarah couldn't learn anything due to her illness.
Couldn't learn anything. Yeah, that is one part, correct. Due to her illness.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So why don't you say the whole sentence completely?
Sarah couldn't learn anything due to her illness.
Yeah, Sarah couldn't learn anything due to her illness. That's okay.
Yeah.
If we have to start with due to, it may be something like due to her illness, Sarah couldn't learn anything. That also works. Okay. Next, after the clothes, after the clothes washing, the cooking I did, Shamutawi.
After washing the clothes, I did the cooking.
After washing the clothes, I did
the cooking.
Okay. Is there any other way to rearrange?
No, teacher. I did the cooking after washing the clothes.
I did the cooking after washing the clothes. Yeah, that could work. All right. Now let's do number 16. Kim Mama.
Yes, yeah. 16?
16.
Yeah. He can walk the whole day without any rest. He can walk the whole day without taking any rest.
He can walk the whole day
without taking any rest.
Yeah. Okay. Can you try a different sentence? I mean, you can use the same pattern, but create a different sentence.
Without taking any rest, he can walk the whole day.
Without taking any rest, he can
walk the whole day.
That's also okay, but it is better to start with he. He can walk the whole day without taking any rest. Okay. မတူတဲ့စာကြောင့်အဓိပ္ပာယ်ပြောကြည့်ပါလားပတ်တန်ကိုတူအောင်ပြောနော်ဥမာအနားမြူပဲနဲ့စာကြက်နိုင်တယ်ပေါ့ကိုအကြောင်းကိုပြောအားလိုက်ပေါ့
I can watch the movie without taking any nap.
I can watch.
Okay. Without taking any nap.
Without taking any Yep. I can watch the whole seasons of series. Okay,
Yeah.
that is a very practical example. Thank you. Okay. Next, my sister were brought up and my brother in Yangon. ပြောရသေးတယ်ရှိသေးတယ်မလားအေးမြတ်
My sister and my brother were brought up in Yangon.
My sister and my brother
Were brought
okay.
up in Yangon.
Yeah. Oh, what does it mean, brought up? David.
I think ticket.
Not really. So to everyone, I'm going to ask you this question. Think about the difference between grow up and brought up. If you think you know the difference, just raise your hand and try to explain. Okay, Jangsu.
I might be wrong, but I think grow up is like when you are born in that place. You use grow up. Brought up mean when you are younger, or like maybe it's like 12 or 13. You transfer another place. You can use brought up, I think.
Okay, so we don't. I think you're trying to take the literal meaning of the word brought. So actually, it has nothing to do with that sense of the meaning. When you are growing up, what happens? You grow naturally. You just talk about yourself. I grew up in this town, right? You just grow. Versus, I was brought up by my parents in this town. Or I was brought up by my aunts and uncles in this town. Can you sense the difference?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Tataswe, you have a suggestion? Let me know.
I think brought up is like you are being adopted to someone else. Is it?
Yeah, it's about right, but it's not about adoption. It doesn't have to be adoption.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah. So what about Louis? Oh, sorry, Louis. Just hold on a second. Yeah, Tataswe, please carry on.
No, move on to Louis because my suggestion is only that. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh yeah, so Louis.
So I think the meaning of brought up is raised.
That's
raised.
correct. That's the exact one. Yeah, it's being raised.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, grow up ဆိုတာ ကိုယ့်ကိုကွာဘယ်သူမှကိုကျွေးမွေးပြုစုဆောင်ရွက်တာဆိုရင်ကိုယ့်ကိုလမ်းဘေးမှာရှာဖွေစားတော့ပြီးတော့ကြီးလာတယ်ဒါလည်း grow up ပဲလေဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့လိုလူမျိုးကြာ brought up by no one. They were not raised by anyone. They just survived their life on their own terms, right? So that's a big difference. But grow up လို့ပြောရဆိုရင်သူကခြုံပြီးပြောလိုက်တာတယောက်ရဲ့ပြုစုကျွေးမွေးပြီးတော့ကြီးပြင်းလာတဲ့ပြိုးထောင်ခံရတဲ့ဆိုရင်လည်း grow up နဲ့ပြောလို့ရကောင်းရမယ်ဒါမှမဟုတ်ကိုယ့်အကိုတယောက်တည်း survive ဖြစ်ပြီးတော့ဖြစ်လာတာဟာကိုလည်း grow up လို့ပြောလို့ရတယ်เนาะဒါပေမဲ့ brought up လို့သုံးပြီဆိုရင်တော့တယောက်တည်းကိုယ့်အကို survive လုပ်လာတဲ့ sense နဲ့သုံးလို့မကိုက်ဘူးပေါ့ကွာတယောက်ရဲ့ပြိုးထောင်မှုကိုခံရတဲ့သဘောဆောင်သွားတယ်အဲဒါကြောင့်အများနဲ့တော့ passive voice ပုံစံနဲ့လာတာเนาะ okay ဟုတ်ပြီ all right အဲ့ဒါဆိုအားလုံးရပါပြီ Oh by the way ခုမှတတ်ထားဆိုပြောမှတတိရလား Louis la Louis la. If I have to sound a little bit French, it's going to be Louis, yeah? But I don't know where it is coming from. You have to explain.
I think you can just call me Louis, or if you don't want to call me Louis, or you can just call me Miller. You can choose between those two, or you can just combine two of them and call me Louis Miller. I'm okay with everything.
Okay. Now I have another question because you said I can call you Miller. Do you have in any association with Derek Miller?
No, I don't have any association with Derek Miller.
Okay. Okay. For some of you who doesn't know Derek Miller, he's a singer. So okay, never mind. Let's get back on track. Thank you for clarifying that, Miller.
Welcome, sir.
Okay, next, number 18. We to Paris both have been. Ninu.
Yeah, both we have been to Paris.
Oh, um, have been to Paris. That is correct. Ngaru ne yaw sala.
Yeah, so we both.
We both.
I'm not sure we both or
You,
both we. Yeah.
you have a lot of variations. Only two. We both or both we. We don't say both we. If you want to start with both, you have to say both of us.
Both of. Yeah,
Both of us.
yeah.
Okay, so we both makes more sense
Both.
here.
Yeah.
We both
Yeah, thank you.
have been to Paris.
To Paris.
Paris school, Yapur. Okay. Number 19. Andrea.
Yes, yeah. Okay, school.
Yeah, Saku.
Yes, the teacher told George not to make
Teacher.
the same mistake again.
The teacher told George. That's
George,
correct. The teacher told
not to
George
make, not to
not
make
to make
the mistake
mistake again.
the same, not to make the same mistake again.
The teacher told George not to make the same mistake again. That is correct. Thank you. မပြောရသေးတဲ့သူရှင်လက်ထောင်ပြီနော်ဘယ်သူကြံသေးလဲ Okay, Kai. Yeah, number 20 is for you then.
Yes, sir. There is no one who is well behaved from this group.
There is
no one
who is
well behaved from this group.
From this group. Okay, that makes sense. There is no one who is well behaved from this group. But can we make another variation for this one? Anyone? Any suggestion?
From this group, there is no.
From this group,
There is no one who is well behaved.
There is no one who is well behaved. Yeah, that also works. Any other variation? Any suggestion?
There is no one from this group who is well behaved.
There is no one from this group who is well behaved. Okay, yeah, that works too. Okay. All right, so we have completed 20 sentences. Good job, everyone. But there's a lot more to do, so I don't want to scare you. Just, oh, yeah, you have like 45. So this is just halfway through. We can continue this in another session. So I think we still have some time for pair talk. If you want, we only have like 4 minutes. There's nothing much we can do here. Okay, so I'm not going to let you do the pair talk because I think you will practice more with Hazel on Discord as well after this class. So now I'm going to take this opportunity to take some questions from you guys. So if you want to ask me something, now is your chance.